Good morning. Today's lesson is God provided water from a rock, and it can be found in Exodus 17, chapter 17, verses 1 through 7. And today's date is September 13, 2020. And our introduction said, early in their journey, God had led the Israelites to an area of 12 springs and 36 palm trees, satisfying their thirst by natural means. The Bible does not say how long it took them to travel in the area where they had no water. The wilderness in which they were traveling to the land of promise was not all desert, but they were very few natural source of water or food. They had been going out each morning to gather manna for their daily food, but now they needed water. The facts of our lesson is to see the facts of God's miracles. It can and they thirst. And Isaiah 48:21 says, and they thirst, not when he led them through the desert, but caused the water to flow out of the rocks for them. He cleaved the rocks also, and the water gushed out. The principle of our lesson is to understand that God is powerful and has the ability to solve all our problems. And Mark 10:27 says, and Jesus looking upon them saying, with man it is impossible, with God for all things are possible. And the application of our lesson is to look for the hand of God in all our situations. And Philippians 4:19 says, but my God will supply all your needs according to his riches and glory by Christ Jesus. It said the Israelites had another problem. They were in the middle of the desert with no water. They had happened to them once before, and God had provided for them, but they were not sure that he would do it again. The Israelites doubted God's faithfulness and could not see beyond their fear. So they started to complain. They complained to Moses, which was basically complaining to God. The Israelites got so angry that Moses had led them into the desert without water that Moses thought they were going to kill him. Moses responded to this by calling out to God because he knew God would provide for his people. God told Moses to strike a rock with his staff. When Moses did this, water came gushing out of the rock, enough for all the people of Israel. God wanted us to trust him in all circumstances, even if we do not understand exactly how he will provide for us. He always will provide. Proverbs chapter 3 verses 5 and 6 says, verse 5 says, trust in the Lord with all thy heart, and lean not into thy own understanding. And verse 6 says, in all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct our paths. It says, the need for survival in the desert is water. God provided his nation with all the water they needed to stay alive in the hot and dry desert in Sinai. God took them through so very harsh circumstances to teach them to trust him no matter what. So no matter what we're going through, we need to lean and depend and trust in the Lord.